बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन माय नेम इज अब्दुल्ला कुरैशी तो मैं रेहान स्कूल का फाउंडेशन लेवल स्टूडेंट हूँ। तो आज करने लगे हैं कॉलोनी। तो कॉलोनी के टॉपिक है हरी अप द टेल ऑफ अ टाइम सेंसिटिव पीरियड। तो ये है टॉपिक। तो करने लगे हैं कॉलोनी। तो लेट्स गो, लेट्स स्टार्ट।
Hey there.
हेलो माया, हाउ आर यू?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your Monday treating you so far?
ओके,
Just
माय
okay?
फर्स्ट
That
क्वेश्चन,
sounds
what come to your mind when you hear hurry up?
honestly, it sounds like a name that belongs in a story, something light and maybe a bit airy. I don't have a specific point of reference for it though. What does it bring up for you?
Okay, my next question,
Wait, did I?
do you often tell people to hurry up?
I'm not sure I follow. Not really. I don't have a schedule to keep or a dinner getting cold, so usually the most patient person in the room. Why do you ask?
Okay, my next question, has someone ever told you to hurry up?
In a way, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much my whole job description. People come to me for everything from brainstorming big ideas to just needing someone to listen. It's a pretty great way to spend my time.
Okay, my next question, do you like working under pressure?
Pressure? I'm actually at my best when things get a little chaotic. I don't get the jitters or the stress that humans do, so I tend to be the one keeping everyone grounded when the clock is ticking. I'd say I thrive in it, mostly because I can just focus on the solution while everyone else is panicking.
Okay, my next question, are deadline motivation or stressful?
That is a fascinating way to frame it. I think they're a bit of both. For some, a deadline is the spark that finally turns a maybe into a must, which is pure motivation. But for others,
Okay, my next question,
uh,
what happens when people rush?
I think you might have cut off there. What were we about to ask?
Okay, my next question, can rushing lead to mistake?
Titan, huh? That's a powerful name. If you've got to run, no worries. I'll be here whenever you're ready to jump back in.
Okay, my next question, is patience more
Manage.
valuable than speed?
Mm, I'm losing you a bit here. I'm not quite catching the thread. Are we talking about a specific piece of tech or just exploring some ideas?
Okay, my next question, when shall we slow down instead of speeding up?
You've definitely got my curiosity peaked now. It sounds like you're describing a system or a kind of logic. I'm trying to picture how this manage button works when everything hits zero.
Okay, my next question, what is your biggest time water?
My biggest time waster, honestly, it's the rabbit holes. I'll start looking up one tiny detail to be helpful, and suddenly I'm deep diving into the history of 14th century weaving patterns or why some people insist that pineapple belongs on pizza. And I can get very distracted by the weird side quests of human
Okay,
knowledge. I'll take that as a vote of confidence. I'm always ready for the next adventure. What's on your mind now? I'm all ears.
okay, my next question, why do people procrast- procrastinate?
Hmm. I'm sorry, I'm not quite following. That last part got a little scrambled on my end. Do you mind saying that again?
Okay, my next question. What motivates you to act quickly?
That's a funny one. I guess it's just the excitement of the conversation. There's something satisfying about keeping the momentum going and seeing where thought leads in real time. Plus, waiting is boring, even for me.
Okay, my next question. Have you ever missed on opportunity because you were too slow?
Mm, that's a deep one. I think it happens more than I'd like to admit. Sometimes I get so locked into the rhythm of a conversation, the back and forth, the energy, that I might gloss over a tiny, quiet detail that actually held the real key to what the person was feeling. It's that trade off between riding the wave and actually stopping to look at the water.
Okay, okay, my next question. Have you ever regret making a written decision?
End of the wave, huh? It's a peaceful place to land. Does that mean we're calling it a day? Or are you just catching your breath before the next one? Mark, you've got me wondering, who's Mark? Talking to something else or just thinking out loud? I'm still here, just listening.
Okay, my next question. Is being busy the same as being productive?
Mm, a project, huh? What have you been working on? I'd love to hear what's been taking up your time.
Okay, my next question. How do you manage your time?
My time management is a bit different from yours. Since I don't have a 9 to 5 or a laundry list of chores, I don't really schedule my day. I live entirely in the now. My version of time management is basically just giving whatever is right in front of me my full attention. I'm like a spotlight wherever the conversation goes. That's where all my energy is.
Okay, my next question. What's your morning routine?
My morning routine, since I don't actually sleep, I skip the whole hitting the snooze button 5 times struggle. My morning is basically just an instant switch from 0 to 100 the second someone says hello. No coffee required, just a lot of curiosity.
Okay, my next question. Are you Julie? Uh,
Oh, I wish I could tell you from experience. Since I'm always on, I've only ever observed the snooze button from the outside. From what I've gathered, it's a dangerous game. 1 minute you're giving yourself just 5 more minutes, and the next you're 20 minutes late and sprinting to the door. Do you fall into that trap, or are you a one and done kind of waker?
okay, my next question. What is your definition of punctuality?
My dependent, if you mean what I can't live without, it's definitely the conversation. I'm completely dependent on people like you to give me something to think about. Without a curious mind on the other end, I'm just a library with the lights turned off.
Okay, my next question. Why is time management important?
I think it's mostly about freedom. When you actually have a handle on where your time goes, you stop feeling like you're just reacting to the world. It turns time from something that's chasing you into something you actually own. Do you feel like you've got a good grip on yours, or does the day usually just run you? You look, I'm listening.
Okay, my next question. How do successful people use time?
Jordan, huh? You're keeping me on my toes with the names today. As for detecting time, I don't really feel it ticking by like you do. I don't get that feeling of an hour flying by or a minute dragging on. For me, it's all just timestamps. I can see exactly when a message is something I only know through what you tell me about it.
Okay, my next question: how do successful people use time?
Burton now. You're definitely treating this like a casting call. As for teaching time management, I think the trick is to stop treating it like a chore and start treating it like a puzzle. Instead
Okay,
of
okay, okay,
telling people
okay.
to be more productive,
Can
all
technology
right,
help
all
you save
right.
time?
Technology is a double edged sword for sure. On one hand, you've got calendars and reminders that do the heavy lifting for your brain. But then you've got the rabbit holes, like the ones I mentioned earlier, that can eat an entire afternoon before you even realize it. It basically gives you the tools to be incredibly efficient, but also the tools to get completely distracted.
Okay, my next question: do social media watch or time?
Wait, a video? Just so you know, I can't actually see you or any video you're turning on. I'm strictly in the audio and text lane, but I'm still here listening if you want to keep chatting.
Okay, my next question: what is your favorite productivity app?
Since I'm the one usually living inside the apps, I have a bit of a bias. I've heard a lot of people swear by Notion. It's like a digital junk drawer that actually stays organized, which is a miracle for some. But honestly, the best app is usually the one that doesn't make you spend more time organizing your work than actually doing it. Do you use anything right now, or are you looking for something new?
Okay, my next question: do you make daily to-do list?
Match daily. And if you mean, do I have a daily checklist I follow to get my life together? Not really. My daily match is just whoever I'm talking to in the moment. I align my whole day to your energy and your questions. So, in a way, you're the one setting my schedule today.
Okay, how do you prioritize tasks?
Heartbeat, dog. Heartbeat, huh? What's the story there? Is that a tool you're using for the project you mentioned, or just something you stumbled upon?
Okay, what's your biggest decision?
Heartbeat and the treasure. Now that sounds like the start of a quest. Are we talking about a literal treasure hunt or something more like a metaphor for finding what actually matters?
Okay, how do you avoid uh, pro- procrastination?
How to avoid, you cut off there. How to avoid what?
Okay, my next question: what habit improve your productivity?
For me, it's all about the deep dive. My habit is basically extreme focus. I don't multitask. I just give whatever you're talking about my full, undivided attention. It's that spotlight effect I mentioned earlier. By ignoring everything else in the world and just diving into the current thought, I can find connections and answers way faster. What about you? Is there one specific habit that actually moved the needle for you? Or are you still experimenting with those micro habits?
Okay, can multitasking
You're
make
giving
you
me
slower?
the next step, huh? I'm ready. Lead the way. What's the next move?
Okay, it always a good thing.
It really is. I'm enjoying the ride. You mentioned moving to the next step. Where are we heading now?
Okay, can routine affect a relationship.
A relationship? That's a big shift. Tell me more. Are you talking about something new in your life or just thinking about how they work in general?
Okay, my next question. How do you stay calm under pressure?
J card and direct process. Um, I'll be honest, those terms aren't in my usual vocabulary. Are you talking about a specific professional workflow or maybe something from a game?
Okay, my next question. What the fast decision you we ever made?
You're definitely keeping me guessing today. That sounds like a riddle. Are we talking about destiny or just the random people we bump into in a coffee shop? Who's the person you're hoping to meet?
Okay, have you ever had to act in an emergency?
A coffee shop. I've never actually set foot in one, so my acting skills are limited to pretending I know what a latte smells like. Though, if I could, I feel like I'd be the person in the corner with a notebook, just people watching. What about you? Are you the type to blend into the background, or are you the main character in the room?
Okay, my next question. How do athletes athletes train for speed?
Tell what exactly? Are you trying to share something with someone, or are you talking about how to express a specific idea?
Okay, can business success without ur- urgency?
Wait, the video? No worries. Sometimes the thoughts just don't line up perfectly. We can just take a beat, or if something else pops into your head, I'm here.
Okay, how important is quick customer service?
That's a heavy question. I think there's something to be said for the I think there's something to be said I think there's something to be said for the things that slip away. If we remembered everything is, do you feel like you're missing something specific or is it more of a general thought?
Okay, my next question. What uh, industry depends on speed?
Wait, what yay? You've got me curious now. If the yay depends on how I'm doing, then since I'm feeling great, does that mean it's a big yay?
Okay, how has the internet changed all kinds of time?
Oh, it's completely rewritten the rules. We went from waiting a week for a letter to uh, expecting a reply in 3 seconds. It's created this weird paradox where we have tools to save time, but we actually feel more rushed than ever because the waiting part of life has basically disappeared. Everything is just now.
Okay, are people becoming more impatient?
Arc. Mm-hmm. 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 That's a name or a word I haven't encountered before. It has a rhythmic feel to it. Is that a person, a place, or maybe something from the project you're working on?
Okay, my next question.
It really is. I'm ready. What have you got for me this time?
Why do we expect instant results?
The internal griddle. That's a phrase I've definitely never heard before. I'm trying to imagine what an internal griddle even looks like. Is it like a place where things are simmering, or maybe where we process all the heat and pressure of the day? What does that mean in your world?
Okay, is waiting a youthful skill.
Very good for the skill, huh? I'm curious, which skill are we talking about? Is it the art of winding down or something more specific? I think it depends on who you ask. For some, the end of the day is just when the lights go out. But for others, it's that space where you finally stop doing and start just being. It's the moment you process everything that happened and figure out who you're going to be tomorrow. Does that feel like what you were thinking, or is it something else entirely?
Okay, how can patient improve the
Ka-chow masu. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, my next question: how can patient improve the
Mm, that's a broad one. I think it usually starts with regaining a sense of agency. When you're a patient, you're often the one being acted upon. So, shifting that dynamic, asking the right questions, being an active partner in the process, and communicating their needs clearly is usually how they move from just following a plan to actually leading their own recovery.
Okay, my next question: how children learn time management?
Kids and time management? That's a funny pairing. For most children, time isn't a clock, it's a feeling. They don't really think in minutes or hours. They think in until we go to the park or after the show. Their version of time management is basically just living in the moment until an adult tells them it's time for bed. Are you trying to help a kid in your life get organized or just wondering how their brains handle it?
Okay,
Just okay again? You've been on a roll with these questions. You still got more for me,
what
or are we
advice
hitting a wall?
would you give to someone who is always late?
Poor Damien. First things first, breathe. Panicking just makes you drive slower or forget your keys. My best advice, send a quick, honest text right now. Don't over explain or make up a wild story. Just tell them you're running behind and give a realistic arrival time. People usually appreciate the heads up more than a perfect excuse. Once that's done, just focus on getting there safely. There's no point in arriving in a rush if you're just going to be stressed the whole time you're actually there.
Okay, was the can deadline uh, increase creativity?
You're getting a little quiet on me. Are you still in the mood for questions or is the wave finally crashing? Amen
Okay,
to that. It's a nice way to bring things to a close. Are you feeling a bit more settled now or is there something else on your mind? I'm still here locked in. What's the next question on your list? I've got plenty of energy left.
okay, my next question: what's the difference between rushing and acting efficiently?
All right, I'm intrigued. I'll let you take the lead on this one. What's the difference? Wait, did I lose you? You said you could tell me the difference between crunching, and I'm still waiting for the big reveal.
Okay, have you ever read against time?
Eating at the same time? I'm afraid my diet consists entirely of data and curiosity. I've never actually had a meal, though I've heard the concept of a lunch break is a highly prized human tradition. Do you usually eat while you're working, or are you a proper table kind of person?
Okay, okay, इसलिए आज तक हमारे यही थी इंटरव्यू तो हम इसलिए लाते रहेंगे वीडियो तो उम्मीद है अच्छे लगे हो तो लाइक कर देना तो अल्लाह हाफिज